The Step Pyramid of Djoser is not only the oldest pyramid in Egypt but also the first monumental stone structure ever built by humans. Constructed around 2670 BC during the reign of Pharaoh Djoser, this pyramid was a breakthrough in architectural design. The project was overseen by Imhotep, Djoser's chief architect and high priest, who was later deified for his brilliance. Instead of a flat-roofed mastaba, Imhotep stacked 6 mastabas of decreasing size on top of each other, creating a step-like appearance. Standing at 60 meters tall, this pyramid served as a grand royal tomb and symbolized the transition of Egyptian architecture from mud brick to stone. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Pharaoh Khufu around 2560 BCE, remains one of the most extraordinary feats of human engineering. It was constructed over 20 years and required the labor of thousands of workers. At its completion, it stood at 146.6 meters, and although erosion has reduced its height slightly, it still dominates the Giza Plateau today. The pyramid consists of approximately 2.3 million limestone blocks, some weighing as much as 15 tons. The precision with which it was built is remarkable. The 4 sides of the pyramid are almost perfectly aligned with the cardinal points of the compass. It's estimated that the workforce had to lay 1 block every 2 to 3 minutes for the entire duration of construction, showcasing the Egyptians' impressive organizational and logistical capabilities. Contrary to popular belief, pyramids were not merely monuments. They were elaborate tombs designed to ensure the pharaoh's passage to the afterlife. The Egyptians believed in life after death, where the soul known as the Ka would continue to exist. To ensure their survival in the next world, pharaohs were buried with treasures, food, and items they might need. The interiors of these pyramids included burial chambers, false corridors to confuse tomb robbers, and various storage rooms. Inside the pyramids, elaborate rituals were performed to protect the pharaoh's body and soul. The construction of the pyramids has long fascinated historians, especially how such massive structures were built with the limited technology available at the time. The exact methods remain unclear, but it's believed that workers used a combination of ramps, sledges, and manpower. Archaeological evidence suggests that limestone blocks were dragged across the desert, possibly using water to reduce friction. Workers likely built ramps made of mud brick to haul the stones into place. Some scholars suggest a circular ramp system that spiraled around the pyramid as it rose, but the construction method is still a subject of debate. Regardless of the method, the pyramids reflect an incredible level of precision. Some blocks are aligned so tightly that a sheet of paper can't fit between them. Contrary to popular myths, the pyramids were not built by slaves but by a skilled and organized workforce. Archaeological discoveries at Giza show evidence of workers' villages with bakeries, breweries, and healthcare facilities, indicating that laborers were well-fed and cared for. Many of these workers were likely seasonal laborers, who worked during the agricultural off-season when the Nile flooded. They received payment in food, beer, and other provisions for their work. This workforce, numbering in the tens of thousands, included not just laborers but also architects, artisans, and engineers. Their contribution to the construction of the pyramids was a source of national pride. The Pyramid of Khafre, the second largest pyramid at Giza, appears taller than Khufu's Great Pyramid because it was built on slightly higher ground and retains a portion of its original smooth casing at the top. It was constructed for Khafre, the son of Khufu, around 2570 BCE. Standing at 136.4 meters, Khafre's pyramid is surrounded by temples and other structures, including the famous Great Sphinx, which is believed to have been built in his likeness. The pyramid complex also includes statues and inscriptions that emphasize Khafre's divine kingship, continuing the tradition of pharaohs being seen as gods on earth. Next to Khafre's pyramid stands the Great Sphinx of Giza, a colossal statue with the body of a lion and the head of a human, believed to represent Pharaoh Khafre. Carved from a single block of limestone, the Sphinx is one of the largest monolith statues in the world, measuring 73 meters long and 20 meters tall. The purpose of the Sphinx remains a mystery, but many believe it was built as a guardian for Khafre's pyramid. The statue has weathered significantly over the centuries, and its missing nose has led to various theories about what caused its damage, ranging from natural erosion to deliberate defacement. As the Egyptian civilization evolved, the grandeur of the pyramids began to decline. The last royal pyramid built was for Ahmose I around 1525 BCE, after which pharaohs chose to be buried in rock-cut tombs in the Valley of the Kings. This shift may have been due to the rising costs and resources required for pyramid construction, as well as the increasing threats of tomb robbers. Pharaohs sought to hide their burial places in more remote and secure locations, leading to the development of intricate underground tombs that could be better protected. The Pyramid of Menkaure, the third and smallest of the three major pyramids at Giza, was built for Pharaoh Menkaure around 2490 BCE. Though significantly smaller than its neighbors, standing at 65 meters, it was originally encased in smooth white limestone, giving it a striking appearance. Menkaure's pyramid complex included three smaller pyramids for his queens and a series of mortuary temples. Menkaure is remembered as a more benevolent ruler compared to his predecessors, and his smaller pyramid might reflect a shift in focus toward religious and ceremonial practices rather than sheer monumental scale. The construction of the pyramids demonstrates that the ancient Egyptians had an advanced understanding of mathematics and geometry. The base of the Great Pyramid of Giza is a near-perfect square, with each side measuring 230.4 meters. The precision of the angles, with the pyramid's sides almost perfectly aligned to the cardinal points, suggests that the builders had a sophisticated knowledge of geometry and surveying techniques. Some historians even believe that the dimensions of the Great Pyramid may have been used to encode certain mathematical constants, such as pi and the golden ratio, though this theory remains debated. For the ancient Egyptians, the pyramids were a symbol of national pride and unity. The construction of these monumental structures required the coordination of a vast workforce, involving not just laborers but also artisans, engineers, and religious leaders. Pharaohs used the building of pyramids to demonstrate their divine right to rule and their eternal connection to the gods. These structures were also a way to honor and preserve the legacy of the pharaohs, ensuring that their names and achievements would be remembered for millennia. Despite the elaborate efforts to protect the pharaoh's treasures, most of the pyramids were looted in ancient times. Tomb robbers were often highly organized, and many pyramids were plundered for their valuable contents. To prevent this, later pharaohs began hiding their tombs in the Valley of the Kings, away from the conspicuous pyramids. The pyramid complexes themselves were also protected by priests and guards, but over time, as the political and economic power of the pharaohs waned, these security measures proved insufficient to stop determined robbers.